Let's talk more about this then with energy expert Mthunzi Luthuli. A very good evening to you, sir. Grateful for your time. Was this escalation in these power cuts or the intensity thereof completely unexpected?
Good evening, Tembegile and the viewers. Yes, it was completely unexpected, especially because a few weeks ago, the minister said that the situation would improve. And we were all seeing an improvement in the performance of the grid. And suddenly we're on stage 5. So it was unexpected.
In the briefing in the last 24 hours, Minister Ramokgopa spoke about how the maintenance work was absolutely essential to prevent breakdowns. But when you look at the numbers, the breakdowns still far outweigh the level of maintenance that is happening. Can Eskom really catch up?
Look, I think there's a problem with Eskom. Eskom started with this, what they call reliability maintenance, in 2017 or 2018. And it's been going on since then for more than 5 years. But we are not seeing significant improvements in the performance of the system. So something is not right. Either their maintenance plan is not working, or the people who are charged with doing that maintenance are not really up to the task. So I think they need to go back to the drawing board and seriously look at what is going wrong, because the results indicate that the maintenance program is not working.
And just on that, I mean, I was talking about how much is offline, if you will, due to maintenance versus the breakdowns. For example, when you look at capacity that's unavailable because of breakdowns, that's at 16,572. What's offline because of planned maintenance, what is within the control of Eskom, is 6,287. That means the breakdowns are triple what is offline due to maintenance. At this stage in the game, do the conditions allow for a full overhaul, perhaps a change in tact when it comes to how maintenance is conducted? And can that be done with as little disruption to you and I as possible?
Yes. Look, maintenance has to be done, okay? But as you correctly point out, it's the extent to which you do it and at what cost, okay? My view is that what we should be doing is we should be ramping up maintenance once the Kusile units that are still not operational come online. Because when those units do come online, and the Medupi unit, the one that's still being worked on, once those units come online, that will give us enough space to then ramp up our maintenance. But to ramp up planned maintenance when you don't have those units, plus you've got 16,000 megawatts of unplanned breakdowns, it's a bit problematic. So I think that the timing of this ramping up of maintenance is wrong.
The other challenge, though, with delaying maintenance, we've been told by Eskom and some experts, is that it exposes especially some of the older machinery to higher risk of basically failing during the process and increases the risk of a total collapse. But we're also told that that is not really on the cards just yet. Where is the balance between A, the desperate need for maintenance, and B, the desperate need to make sure that there's little disruption as possible as far as the generation and provision of electricity, because we're told each one comes with its downsides, if you will.
Yeah, okay. In a properly run electrical power system, okay, you would have sufficient generation to meet all demand, okay? Plus you would have about 15% reserve capacity. That allows you to do maintenance without needing to load shed. Okay. Now, that's an ideal situation. And we used to be in that situation in South Africa at some point. Now, though, that we have a load shedding problem, what we should be doing is do maintenance, but minimize the disruption on the economy and on people's lives. That means you have to find a sweet spot. And in my view, we do need to do maintenance. There's no doubt about that. We don't have an option. If you don't do maintenance, you will just run into deeper problems at a later stage. But I think that we should plan it in such a way that we do not exceed levels 2 and 3, really.
Right.
We should plan it in that way.
And at his briefing on Saturday, the electricity minister said that what they want to do basically is to bring down the unplanned capability loss factor to under 15,000. But as I was quoting earlier, it remains at around 16,500. How difficult will it be to reduce the number of unplanned breakdowns in the current environment?
Okay, firstly, 15,000 is still very high. It shouldn't. We should be looking at something less than 5,000. Okay, so 15,000 is still very, very high for unplanned for breakdowns. As to how difficult or easy it will be, it's difficult to tell. It depends on the conditions of the machines themselves. The generators, your boilers, so without having detailed knowledge of what the current state of the units is, it's difficult to say.
Do you expect it's going to get worse, load shedding that is, over the coming months?
Look, if they continue to ramp up maintenance, we should expect to get to level 6 and stay at level 6 for quite a while. But I do think that when the Kusile units are synchronized and they come into commercial operation, then we should start seeing a reduction. So that should happen sometime in the new year at the latest.
Energy expert Mthunzi Luthuli, good to speak to you. Thank you so much for your time tonight, sir.